Hey everyone, welcome to Craven Something Scary, where it's all horror all the time. Now, in this video, I'm going to discuss the breaking news that came out this week regarding the filming timeline for Scream 8. Now, I will share the information that we have, and we'll also share my thoughts on how the filming timeline could give us some clues about not only Scream 8, but also Scream 7. So, let's dive in and discuss the Scream 8 filming timeline right now. Let's go!
Hi, I'm John Copeman, and I was stunt coordinator on Scream 5. You're watching Craven Something Scary.
So this week's Production Weekly has made a huge update to the status of Scream 8. Now, in case you're not aware, Production Weekly is a highly credible source for the Hollywood film and television industry. It is essentially the official publication for the film industry, just so that you know. Now, prior to this update, as you can see here in this image, Production Weekly was showing Scream 8 as being in development. That was the status here in development. Well, that has now changed this week to show the status of Scream 8 as Q1 2026. You see my red outlined arrow pointing there to the status. So what that means, guys, is this puts the filming of Scream 8 to occur as early as January and conclude in March. Scream 8 could literally be wrapped up for filming in March of 2026. Now remember, Scream 7 comes out February 27th. So basically March. It's like literally a couple of days before March. So wouldn't it be wild if Scream 7 comes out the 27th of February and like literally 2 weeks later, Scream 8 is wrapped filming? That is a possibility. Now, this does not mean Scream 8 will start filming in January. All right, that's not a guarantee. But it does say Q1, so that what we know at this point for sure is that Scream 8 kicks off filming in the first quarter. So it could start in February, it could start in March. Any of those 3 months will be the first quarter, as you know. So it's going to happen at some point in those 3 months. I personally am leaning towards, it's just my own opinion, guys, but I really think first quarter makes a lot of sense because, and we're going to get into that, because the question I start thinking about when I hear this news is, what could this potentially mean for both 7 and 8? And I do have a couple of ideas in mind, and I want to share those with you guys. And the first thing that I'm going to talk about, because again, first quarter's big, because remember, if you film this movie, let's just say January through March, right? You get the filming done and wrapped. It goes into post-production early end of March, 1st of April. Well, now you're looking at another 3 months approximately of post-production. That's editing the film to the final cut. That's getting your musical score. Marco Beltrami, I need you back for Scream 8, buddy. And getting your score done, all the sound effects, all of the, any of the last post-production visual effects, any of those things that get done to the movie happen for probably another 3 months. So if that begins like the first week of April, let's just say, then that's April. So that's April, May, and June. So the movie could technically be wrapped. I'm talking about everything. Wrapped production-wise, final cut on the table for Kevin Williamson in July, sometime in July, late July. So This to me only adds more fuel to the fire, guys, that we are getting a cliffhanger ending in Scream 7. At this point, I'm almost convinced of a cliffhanger ending, knowing that Scream 8 is not only happening, but it's happening fast. First quarter of next year. That is fast. And so I'm going to go ahead and say that this really does, to me, add more concrete fuel to the fire of a cliffhanger. I think it's very much going to happen. I think this shows it, because that means if we're filming in the first quarter of 2026, well, you have to wonder then, when is Scream 8 going to be released? Now, of course, you know, you could make the argument Scream 7, case in point, is done filming. They're in post-production. Marco Beltrami is scoring the film literally right now as we speak, but they're not putting it out till February 27th. So essentially a year after filming, the movie comes out. So you could make a case that if they film in the first quarter of next year, that it will be released first quarter of 2027. And they've been consistently releasing these new Scream films in the first quarter. We got March last year. Was it March the 10th? Right? Not last year, but the year before. March the 10th, the Scream 6 came out. And then now we've got February 27th for Scream 7. And this could easily fit right into a February-March release date of 2026. Easily. However, I don't want to just think about that as the only option, because it's not. Think about this. Filming in the first quarter, I just established, gets post-production done by July. So literally by the end of July, let's just say August 1st. August 1st, we have a completed film ready to go. Trailers ready to be cut and edited from the final version. So, guys, it's not impossible that Scream 8 could be released on the anniversary of the original Scream, December. Put it out in December. You could do it, and it would put it at the 30th anniversary of the original. Now, it doesn't mean it's going to be, but you could literally have enough time that you could put that movie out. You could drop the teaser trailer in September, drop the trailer in late October, early November, let's say. Yeah, probably November. Run that full trailer for 6 weeks, and then you release Scream 8 in December of 27, officially marking the anniversary, 30th anniversary from Scream 1. It would be fantastic. But listen, that may or may not happen, right? That's just what I'm thinking would be a great, amazing tribute to the original. But any way you look at it, guys, Scream 8 is going to be coming, I think, fast and furious. No pun intended to the franchise. But I really believe it. First quarter filming, post-production wrapped up by the summer. That movie's going to be out in the fall or first quarter of 2027. So we're not going to have to wait long, guys, for this cliffhanger ending that I think is coming in 7. We're not going to have to wait very long. Maybe 1 year at the most to get resolution to the cliffhanger and see how the story's going to end in Scream 8. So guys, listen, those are a couple of my initial thoughts. I'll have more as time goes, but those are a couple of my initial thoughts regarding Scream 8 and the timing of the film being shot. But now it's my time for my favorite part, and that is your thoughts, wanting to know, what do you guys think about the filming timeline? So please give me your thoughts, ideas, and theories you have about Scream 8 and Scream 7 connecting to it regarding this early filming timeline. What do you think that means? Well, guys, the only way for me to know what you're thinking right now is to share them in the comments. That's the only way I'll know. And I want to read your theories and ideas. So I'd love to do that. You guys are smart. You come up with some great ideas. So please put those in the comments section below right this minute, even as the video's wrapping up. so that I can read those and we can discuss them. Well, guys, that's all for this update. But I'll be back soon with more Scream 8/7 updates and other horror movie content. Don't forget to like the video before you go. And if you haven't yet, please subscribe to the channel for more Scream content. And until next time, this is Craven Something Scary, where it's all horror all the time. Thanks for watching, guys and gals and everyone. Appreciate you.